Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to the channel, man. We greatly appreciate y'all, man. I'm out here running some errands or whatever. I figure I'll make a quick little video real quick. You know what I'm saying? What is that on my room? Oh, that's the reflection, all that stuff. Okay, all right, bet. Anyway, yeah, man, it was a good fight weekend. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's start it off by talking about Tyson Fury versus Usyk over in Saudi Arabia. Undisputed heavyweight championship on the line. If you have not seen the fight, you better go find it. You know what I'm saying? That was a hell of a fight. I honestly thought it was a better fight than what I thought it was going to be. Well, yeah. It was a better fight than what I thought it was originally going to be. I thought it was going to be a straight chess match of boxing. And to a degree, it was a straight chess match of boxing, but you can mix in, these guys was coming to brawl, man. First of all, let me tell you this. Usyk started off hot in my mind. Now, everybody's going to have their own opinion about the fight and how it went. I believe the best man won. I think it was the knockdown. I believe in the, I think seventh or eighth round. They gave it to Usyk. That was the ultimate, not gave it to him, but it ultimately played in his favor at the end. That gave him that edge from the judges, like, yo, you give him that extra point, you know what I'm saying, that they factored in. That was it in my mind. But as far as the fight was concerned, like I said, I had Usyk 2-0 starting off. Then Fury started getting comfortable, and he started winning, I believe, like the next 3 or 4 rounds. Then Usyk started coming on, and then it was kind of back and forth to the knockdown, and then Usyk got, like, it was a great fight. It was truly a clash of styles. Both guys had to kind of adjust to both guys, okay? Fury had to deal with Usyk's pressure that he was putting on him early. But he always said, hey, I'm not going to let you breathe. I'm going to be on you. And that's exactly what Usyk was doing. I think he was doing it mentally and physically. Physically, obviously, by coming forward, just constantly staying in Tyson Fury's face. Honestly, from watching Tyson Fury over the years, every time he throws a punch or does something, when he touches his nose, it's when he's resetting. So if he likes to fight at his own pace. So I guess Usyk was trying to time him with that. Continue throwing punches, mixing up his levels. He's gonna throw a jab here, body shot. You know what I'm saying? Those left hands, those looping left hands was beautiful. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it was giving Tyson Fury problems. So like I said, Fury likes to fight at his own pace. If you put pressure on him, it causes him to have to throw more out of pure panic. He's gonna have to use the jab a lot more, but not at a comfortable rate and at a distance that he's used to using it. So you kind of take a little bit of his power away, and you making him tired because he's constantly throwing punches to keep you off of him. Now the adjustment that Tyson Fury made was catching Usyk when he was trying to come in with that uppercut. I believe that's what was causing Usyk a lot of problems, and having him kind of come, but kind of pivot and go at an angle a little bit. So if he was getting hit with that uppercut, it wasn't flush all the time. Now that was a great adjustment for Tyson Fury, that having his arsenal, But Tyson Fury was playing a lot to the crowd. I think in my mind he was doing that. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Tyson having fun. I'm like, no, I think Tyson's doing that to try to throw it. It was kind of bluffing a little bit, right? So say someone hit you with something real hard, right? I don't want to show any form of weakness, so I'm gonna do an antic, or I'm gonna, smile at him, nod, or shake my head, say no. Nah, you got hurt. It's okay if you got hurt. It's cool, no problem. But Tyson Fury, like I said, he was playing a little bit too much, a little bit too soon. Now, oh man, listen, the knockdown in general, a lot of people were sitting here saying like, yo, why did Tyson Fury not go down? Or he went down at the last minute. Why didn't the referee stop the fight? The referee could have easily stopped the fight in a lot of people's eyes, to be honest with you, okay? That's number one, because Tyson Fury was taking a lot of punishment. It looked like when Usyk caught him on the ropes, Tyson Fury hit, like, number one, his head, his eyes like rolled back in the back of his head. That's number one. It looked like he was out right then, and he kind of came to a little bit, and it was just stumbling and touching every turnbuckle in the building. Like every angle of that fight of the knockdown, it was crazy. It was just like, you ever like go to like a dry cleaning service with the machines and they press the button and they're just coming around there? That's how Tyson Fury was. He was literally just running around like somebody just pressed for that order in the dry cleaning. That was crazy, man. But salute to Tyson Fury, because he did not want to go down, and Usyk had to hit him with everything in the kitchen sink. I'm telling you, he hit him with everything, and that's why I think the beautiful thing about Usyk is he's a smaller man. He mixes up his punches as far as power. He does a lot of pity pat shots, and you don't know when he's gonna throw a hard punch. You know what I'm saying? He's always putting a lot of mental pressure on you the entire fight, making you think. The only thing that you can really do, in my mind, to stop Usyk is go to his body. And that's exactly what Tyson Fury was doing. And it was a couple head clashes. I counted maybe about 3 head clashes, 2-3 head clashes. Tyson Fury hit Usyk low, but I say about 2-3 times. Usyk was complaining about it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like that much. I didn't like how Tyson Fury, and I've said this previously, that I don't like how Tyson Fury was kind of like on the ropes a little bit too much. He was on the ropes. He was letting Usyk put him in the corner a little bit too much for my liking. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a fan of it at all. But I mean, hey, Usyk got the win. Close win. I had Usyk winning by 1 round. I'm not gonna lie to you as I parked my car. I had Usyk winning by 1 round, but I would have been okay with a draw. I would have been okay with Tyson Fury winning by 1 round. I'm cool. It was that close of a fight. Now, a lot of people sitting here saying, "Oh, well, it was pure domination by Usyk." You know, some people think Tyson Fury still won. Man, stop. Usyk won the fight. Great fight. Like I said, the determining factor for the whole fight was the knockdown. It was the knockdown, and I believe the championship rounds. That was it. I think Tyson Fury was exhausted. Usyk was exhausted in the middle rounds, but then he got his second win and got back to it. And the best man won. Now, the question is, when it comes to... No, I'll tell you that. I'm not going to go there. The question is, do they do an immediate rematch? Should they do an immediate rematch? Because like I said, Tyson Fury took a lot of damage. Usyk, according to Tyson Fury, he said Usyk's headed to the hospital with a broken jaw. I don't know if that's true or not. It is what it is. That could be I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But do they do the immediate rematch? Hurtnovich and Dan Dubois are already going to be fighting for the IBF title. So the IBF is not going to be undisputed again. You know, it looks like the belts are going to start being scattered or stuff. I have no problem with that. I believe the loser in all this is Anthony Joshua, because it's like, who do I fight now? You know, he did the gimmick fight with Francis Ngannou, knocked him out in like 1-2 rounds. Deontay Wilder lost to Joseph Parker. So Joseph and Zhang and Deontay Wilder are gonna fight in June 1st. Do you wait for Wilder? I don't even know. Like, Turkey Al-Sheikh talking about he wants Big Baby Jared Anderson and Deontay Wilder on the Terrence Crawford card in August. I don't even know. What do you have for Anthony Joshua? Does he just wait? Does he try to fight the winner of Philip Hurtnovich and Dan Dubois, then go into a Fury fight? Because obviously he's not getting Usyk again. He already fought Usyk. He fought him twice. Usyk's getting older. He doesn't have time to be playing, man. I honestly think it's Usyk, Fury, the rematch, and then Usyk retires. So that begs the next question of, is Usyk number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world on everybody's list? Even if he's not, he's top these 3. It's NUA, Terrence Crawford, or Usyk. Those are the top 3 in no particular order. Those are the top 3. All 3 guys, multiple undisputed champions. I think the difference for Tyson Fury, I think the difference for Usyk is he beat the man. He beat the man at the division. He beat the man. I honestly think he might have had the hardest road out of all of them. I think so. Tournament style for cruiserweight, come undisputed, goes up to heavyweight, has what, 1-2, had F1 fight in Chicago, I believe. Who was that against? I don't even remember who that was against. Some dude. I remember that. Then he fought Derek Chisora. I think that was during the pandemic in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. Then he goes up and fights Anthony Joshua twice. Beats Anthony Joshua twice. Once in the UK, 70,000 fans. The other one in Saudi Arabia. Then he goes and fights. Then he fights Dan Dubois in like Poland or something like that. In the rain. Controversial body shot. But he gets the victory. He stops him. Then he takes on Tyson Fury. What else can you say about Usyk? Honestly, what can you say about him? He's a great fighter. He packs power. He's a little. They say he's a little man, but hey, standing next to Tyson Fury, he's not that little. He sure brought Tyson Fury down to size. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That was a great fight. I enjoyed every bit of that fight. I enjoyed Tyson Fury getting knocked down. I enjoyed Usyk getting mad over the body shots. I enjoyed both guys making adjustments. I enjoyed the fans going crazy. I enjoyed that fight, and boxing needs more big fights like that. But and they're doing a good job this year. This last year, they've been really doing a really good job. Like, it's time to go ahead and cash in and get all these good fights to give these fans exactly what they want. So they're doing a good job in boxing. Now, last night they had, what is it? Navarrete and what is that dude's name? Berinchyk or whatever. They had that fight main event last night. Well, let me get to Brian Norman against Santillan. Brian Norman stopped Santillan. Salute to him. He becomes the interim WBO champ. Now, a lot of people don't remember. Terrence Crawford has all the belts. Now, he gave up the WBC belt. The IBF. So Mario Barrios has a WBC belt at 147 pounds, right? IBF stripped Terrence Crawford, so Jaron Boots Ennis has that title. He's got a fight coming up against Cody Crowley in Philly, homecoming fight. Mario Barrios just fought on the Canelo undercard. Like I said, he's the WBC champ. WBO, who's the WBC? Who's the WBA champ? Oh, Stanionis, he just fought on the Canelo card. So he was trying to fight Virgil Ortiz for a minute, maybe a year. He was out of the ring trying to mess with Virgil Ortiz, giving him a shot, but he couldn't make weight, and he had some health issues. So that's good to see Stanionis get back in the ring, get out the ring rust and stuff. But he gets his victory on the Canelo Alvarez undercard. So he's got the WBA belt, and the WBO belt is now owned by Mr. Brian Norman Jr. Out of those guys, out of that list, who do you think is going to run the gamut? Who is the biggest fighter at 147? Because there's no bunch of new guys. It's new blood at 147. Now, this could be a good and bad thing. Because when Terrence Crawford finally gives up that WBO belt, because he's got a 154 title shot over in LA in August, right? So Brian Norman's going to be elevated to the full champ. Everybody's got a belt now. Like I said, the belts are scattered. It's time to go. I think honestly, the Brian Norman and Stanionis, for me, both of these guys defend your title one or two more times. Now, if I'm Brian Norman, I'm like looking for money. I want the money fights, and people forget. We got not Terrence Crawford. We got, hold on. Got distracted. Yeah, all right. You sit in the car, somebody walk around and stuff, make me kind of nervous. I'm like, man, don't make me have to do it to you. Anyway, allegedly. But yeah, I think Brian Norman and Stanionis need to just defend their title maybe one or two times, because like I said, Stanionis been out the ring for a minute. Just stay active, stay busy. Brian Norman, stay getting sharper. That's it. Now, we got Adrian Broner and Blair Cobbs fighting June 7th at the Hard Rock in Miami. Brian Norman is from Atlanta or something. He wants to. I'm sure he's gonna want to put a title, one of his title shot. One of his matches down here in Miami and in the South. So why wouldn't you? If depending on who wins against Blair Cobbs and Adrian Broner in the fashion that they win, Brian Norman could be next. I like that. But hey, it depends, man. Because listen, Blair Cobbs wants a title shot. Adrian Broner, if Adrian Broner stayed at 147, his name alone and cachet alone, it means big money for any other fighter that he fights. Whether that's Jaron Boots Ennis, which I doubt that happens. Mario Barrios, which I think is a great fight. Brian Norman, I think it's a good fight. I like it. Like I said, to me, those two guys, Brian Norman and Stanionis, stay busy. Now, Jaron Boots Ennis, he's gonna want their money fights. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna want the names. I would love to see Blair Cobbs and Jaron Boots Ennis get in there. I would love to see Jaron Boots Ennis and Adrian Broner get in there. I think Adrian Broner will be all for it if the money is right. Give that man his money. According to him, he got $13, baby. Damn, I would have rounded up to 15 at least. Just me. I'm just saying. But I think, hey, if the money's right and Jerron Boots Ennis is signed with Eddie Hearn, Adrian Broner would not hesitate to come over there. He wouldn't hesitate to come over there, give him the money right. Maybe he could cash out or whatever like that, and let's go. Title shot. This is everything he wanted. Now, that all depends on who the victor is between Blair Cobbs and Adrian Broner and how they look. I'm not going to lie to you. Adrian Broner wins, but he looked crazy. They're going to be, man, this guy ain't serious. If Blair Cobbs wins, I don't know. Whatever. We'll see what happens with that. But, I mean, who do you guys think is going to be running 147 pounds? Who? Let me know. Y'all let me know. I would love to see these guys, your answers to some of these guys and your personal opinion on them. Like I said, man, 147 wide open. I think anybody could take it. I think the clear, maybe most talented is Jerron Boots Ennis. I think experienced as far as being in the super big fights would be Mario Barrios. He's fought Keith Thurman in MGM. He fought Gervonta Davis in Atlanta. So he understands the spotlight of being in the super big fights. Hell, Mario Barrios and Jerron Ennis is a good fight. But I don't think it happens next. Damn sure don't think it happens next. Especially since both guys are going to be officially getting the belts and stuff. Like, you don't do that quick. Now, we had Navarrete against, what's his name? Berinchyk or something last night, I believe. Navarrete loses. I seen Shakur Stevenson commenting on Twitter about it, and he kind of hinted that maybe that Lomachenko and Navarrete might have had a contract signed that he didn't know about. Afterward, I guess what's his name, Berinchyk or whatever, he ended up calling out Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson replied by saying, "Hey, finally somebody called me out." That's good. Because I think Shakur Stevenson doesn't have many options. I think that's what's pissing him off. Because everybody else is kind of determining what they're doing, and he has no say over who he can fight or whatever like that. He wanted the Devin Haney fight, didn't get it. He wanted the Lomachenko fight, didn't get it. He wanted the Navarrete fight. Things happen with that situation. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly think, for me, I don't think anybody can blame anybody except for Shakur Stevenson's last performance. That's it. I think if Shakur, and we've been down this road before, if Shakur Stevenson goes out there, puts on a hell of a show his next fight, people won't be trolling him on Twitter, calling him a track star, and every time he says something, they're like, "Oh, what's the point? I'm gonna fall asleep watching you. Oh, you don't do nothing but run, blah 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 blah." Okay, cool, man. But listen, you're one performance away from getting back in the good graces of the fans. That's it. Just like you were one performance away from getting on their bad side. So the same way how you kind of put yourself in a situation, the same way you can fix the situation. But Shakur Stevenson is one of the best fighters in the game today, without a doubt. You can't say I never said that, and you can't sit here and say I'm hating on Shakur Stevenson in any way possible, because he's a great fighter. But listen, Berinchyk, he called Shakur Stevenson out. I think you could add him to the list. Add him to the list. You got that belt. We can unify. After I handle my business, I believe in July or August or something over in Newark, Shakur Stevenson handle his business. You come right back to it and go ahead and unify. And then after that, I think you should move it to 140. Me personally. If you don't get the Loma fight, go ahead and move it to 140, bro. That's me. That's just me. Because if Loma don't want to fight you, I honestly think Loma has maybe 2 fights left. 2 fights left. And I think he's done. I think he's trying to save Shakur Stevenson for last, because he knows that's a difficult fight. He knows how Shakur Stevenson fights. He knows Shakur Stevenson uses distance. Loma uses a lot of angles. And my thing is, he sparred you before, so he knows what time it is. He knows how you're going to fight. He knows how good Shakur Stevenson is. And I think Loma's just like, dude, I don't want to go through this anymore. Let me just get another fight in, try to unify, and then if Shakur Stevenson is on the table, we'll take that and I'll be done. But listen, Loma looked good his last fight. Okay? I like Loma against anybody in a fight. He looks good. He looked good against Devin Haney. The only fight I think he didn't look good in was against Teofimo during the pandemic. But according to him, he said he had a shoulder injury and all his excuses. Whatever. I don't care about none of that. Whatever. All I'm saying is Loma looked good his last fight. Shakur Stevenson, if he looks good his next fight, he's right back in there. And then they can't deny him. Or you could just, Shakur Stevenson, I don't know if you're going to re-sign with Top Rank. I don't know if you're trying to go and fight Gervonta Davis over on PBC. I don't know what you're doing. You only know what you're doing. You handle your business the way you handle your business, sir. But this is another option for you. So maybe if you re-sign a 2-fight deal, they up the money. You get Berinchyk or whatever. You get to unify with him. Then guess what? After that, if you don't get Lomachenko next, you fight Gervonta Davis. Because I mean, Gervonta Davis has already been on record saying he wants to fight everybody, and he says Loma's next. And we'll see what happens, man. But listen, I like Shakur Stevenson against anybody. I like Lomachenko against anybody. I like Gervonta Davis against anybody. And like I said before, previously and earlier in the video, boxing's giving us big fights. It's no more running around, no more soft touches. We don't have time for it. For the lifeline of boxing, to keep boxing alive, to keep boxing in the forefront of the fans' eyes, y'all better give us big fights. I'm talking about now is different now. You got to have a stacked undercard too. We want some names on there too. We need to see a clear path of these guys making some progress and actually getting better and better, staying active, making money, and winning some titles and stuff. Let's get these big fights together. It's not no more, oh, this guy's on that side and that guy's on that side of the street, and waiting 5-6 years for a big fight. We ain't got time for that no more. With that being said, let me know your opinions about Usyk, Fury, and if did the right man win. Let me know your opinions about about Brian Norman beating the brakes off of Santillan. Let me know your opinion about Shakur Stevenson, and what he should do next. If he should unify, if he should try to go after, if he should unify against, what's his name? The Ukrainian guy or the other Ukrainian guy. I don't know how you going to do that. But, man, let me know. Man, hit the like button. It's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.